So throw your hands up and fill the next cup. Let's get this started again, 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 again. Me and my whole crew, we live with no rules. Let's get this started again, again. So if you feel like me too, there's only one thing to do. Let's go. Pay down, call the taxi cab. Got a case in the fridge and a bottle at the crib. Let's all get twisted, double fisting, drink up, no resisting. Let's get this started again. Let's get this started again. Let's get this started again.
What's up everyone, it's your boy NS Racing 42, aka Making Station here, and welcome everyone to race number 20 of season number 2 of the NIRA Red Bull Cup Series. And it is the Hertz 500 around the fastest half mile of them all, Bristol Motor Speedway. I believe for the first time ever in the Red Bull Cup Series as well, so this is going to be a trial and error for these Cup drivers and to start the round of 12. It would be 100 laps here tonight, and I'm not alone for this one. I'm joined up in the booth by none other than Napa Fan himself.
And it's going to be an interesting race here tonight. 100 laps around Bristol Motor Speedway, but do have that, what do they call it? That PJ1 down on the bottom there, that sticky stuff. So that inside lane might be the place to be here tonight. We're just going to have to see, but this race starting off the round of 2, or should I say the round of 12. It's definitely going to be interesting to see how all the playoff drivers maneuver around this one, because not many of them start up front here tonight.
Yeah, from what I can tell, only 2 of them start inside the top 10. So, for some of these guys, it's going to be a tough going around here at Bristol. Of course, we have seen playoff drivers win every race so far and sweep the round of 16. But it's going to be a challenge if one of them can get it done here tonight. Coming into race number 20, here is how the round of 12 shake up. Matthew Alford has been at Rockingham has a 5-point advantage over Quentin Moore, Roger Way, and Christian Russell, all 5 points back. And then Angel Rivera, Ryan Kendall, Travis Frampton, Zachary Deletto, Josh South, and RJ Bishop is all, well, they all have 10 points behind. And then the 2 drivers that still have no wins in the chase are the regular season champion Bobby Fraser and Nathan Faden, 15 points back respectively. Of course, no stages, but you guys know that. There will be pit stops during testing. There was about 80 laps. I don't know how many. I don't know when pit stops will happen, but we do have 3 at a time here tonight. So, with that being said, let's get these engines rolling for race number 20 of the season and for the Hertz 500 at Bristol. And hopefully everyone gets rolling off here, and looks like they will. And as you can see, 3 out of the 12 chasers started deep in the field. Actually 4 of them. A lot of drivers starting back on the field that are in the chase. It's going to be a hard time for them to get their way up through the field. But Chris Salvek and Adam Garcia will lead us to the green. And the Hertz 500 is underway at Bristol for race number 20 of the season. And Chris Southett easily leads lap number 1 on the inside lane, but as we've always seen that these guys are all the way moving up to the high side early on lap number 2, now lap number 3.
You got the number 20 right behind him there. That's Adam Garcia in second. 14 right behind him and Wyatt Walker. And then the 00 of Noah Clifton. But they have spread out quite a bit in this top 5. We'll have to see if it stays that way for a majority of the event. But they seem to be working that middle line right now, not working that inside like I thought they would be. So interesting start to this race here at Bristol.
Yeah, we see this a lot in real life, especially this year, where they won the top side, not really ran the bottom where the PJ1 was. And that's what these guys are winning right now. Noah Clifton, he's been on a hot streak recently, coming on, I believe, back-to-back top 5 finishes. So, and right now he's in position to get another top 5 finish at Bristol. And right now, the highest playoff driver is none other than Travis Crampton in the number 22 in 6th place. And right behind him is Ben Crouch, one of the 4 that got eliminated last time out at Rockingham for the championship.
We'll have to see if anyone can get Salovek in this race, but it seems like everything's pretty calm through the field right now. They've really put a gap on each other, which I find a little surprising. Normally we see these guys stay a little bit close to each other throughout the field, but we got a lot of double wide back in there. Might want to watch for that as this race goes along. And of course, if we end up with a long green flag run and have green flag pit stops, that really is going to play into things, because who knows how well they can get down the pit lane here at Bristol.
Yeah, of course, this is a double-sided pit road, so if they pit on the green, they don't have to go basically a full lap under pit road conditions. They just have to go on one side or the other. But right now, it's all Chris Salovek and the number 51, Adam Garcia, still in second, and the top 5 has not changed whatsoever. And here comes Matthew Alford. He won at Rockingham last time out, and now he is in 9th. He's been one of the best cars all year long. He took a little bit of a slump after Charlotte in the Coca-Cola 600, but he got his 3rd win of the season last time out at the Watt, and now, who knows, he could be in a good position to get another win. Christian Vargas is right behind him in 10th, and then the next playoff contender is Washaway in the number 78.
00 Noah Clifton trying to close in on the 14 of Wyatt Walker here. I'll work that outside lane to his advantage, and they're already closing up on the end of the field, up towards the lead, I do believe. And with that, looks like number 20 of Adam Garcia is closed in on Salovek. This could get really interesting. It could be up to lap traffic on who wins this race, especially if this thing stays green. But looks like that number 20 machine of Adam Garcia is right on the back bumper of Salovek, trying to get that outside lane to work to his advantage.
Yeah, the outside lane, the higher you can be, the better for you. Unless you can somehow get a massive one using that PJ1 stuff, that can happen at some point. But this is huge. Nathan Faden and Zachary Doletto are the last 2 cars on the racetrack, and they are in terrible position. They could be the first 2 cars to go a lap down.
Number 95 right there on the verge of getting a lap down. That's a chase driver right there, Nathan Faden. He's a Chick-fil-A Cup Series champion. Or sorry, that was Nathan Baird, excuse me. I'm confused. You know, I know 4 Nathans here, and you're one of them, my man. So, get him confused. It was Nathan Baird who won the Chick-fil-A Cup Series championship, but Nathan Faden was in the IndyCar Series, Howe's IndyCar Series over in the NOFSRL, and actually won the finale race at Pocono. I know he's a great driver, but not having his night right here, and you got to watch out for the number 20 of Adam Garcia. He could find a way to the inside here, possibly this way. I mean, even look, the number 14 of Wyatt Walker's right here as well. Clifton, they've closed back in for the lead because they've hit the lap traffic and they cannot find a way around them.
Yeah, at this version of Bristol, it's already hard enough to pass, but let alone when you get to lap cars that are basically the same as you, with it being equal lanes and no damage for Nathan Faden. But ultimately, if we don't get any cautions in this race, pit stops will most likely determine if who wins this race. But Nathan Faden, he just does not have a car here tonight. He started deep in the field, and he is now in last, and gonna stay in last for sure. Stapleton, he's not had a good season. He's not had a good season since Minneapolis really blew up. So, a terrible rookie season for Stapleton. Right now he's second to last in rookie of the year. So, not a good season with his 92 team. Go through the field here. Ryan Kendall is all the way in 29th. He won at Indianapolis to start the chase. But other than that, most of the chases are about midway through the field up. So, most of the chases are doing okay. It's just those 3 or 4 that are struggling here tonight.
It's pretty much a conveyor belt out here at Bristol. Pretty much kind of just all in their respective positions, but I think the big thing that we got to watch out for are pit stops. That's going to determine who wins this race at this point. Obviously, it seems like, they're going to stay in their positions the whole way through. Noah Clifton's trying here on Wyatt Walker, but I just don't see much happening in the top 10 or any position for that matter at this point. It looks like everyone's kind of solidified in their positions. So we'll have to see how it all plays out here. It looks like Salvik's pulled away here from number 20. That number 20 might have used up his stuff a little bit, trying to catch up that 51. We could be seeing Wyatt Walker get around Adam Garcia here soon.
Yeah, that's the thing. This is one of the few races that we are running 3X this year in the Rebel Cup Series, so these guys are not used to it whatsoever. And maybe Adam Garcia thought that he could push it a little bit harder than what he normally could, but because of it being on 3X instead of 2X, that time ran out for him. But now Chris Salvet, he's still trying to put the 95 lap down, but he just can't, and now Adam Garcia's starting to close in a little bit.
Looks like Clifton lost a little bit of ground right there. Watch out for the number 12 to possibly make a move. We haven't seen anyone make a move yet. But we are seeing, I think Clifton's starting to use that inside lane here. And it's not going to work for him. There goes the number 12 around him. Outside lane's where you got to be. And Clifton's trying to get that PJ1 to work. It's not doing much for him right now. As Colton Yeo got right around him. You see how much of a gap Colton Yeo's put on Clifton at this point. So that's the first pass you've seen in the top 10 pretty much this entire race. But it does show that it is possible, but it takes someone making a mistake like that, going down on that lower line in order for it to happen.
Yeah, that PJ1, it was pretty decently in real life, but on the 2003, and when almost everyone is running the top side, it just does not work out. But Adam Garcia has closed up on Chris Salvek once again, but I don't think he's going to be able to get by Salvek here unless Salvek decides to try passing Faden on the inside lane.
And I wouldn't do it if I was Salvek trying to work that inside lane. We saw what happened to Noah Clifton. You would imagine that the crew chief's letting everyone know, like, hey, Clifton went down there. He didn't go anywhere at all, so stay up top. That's the place to be. So we'll have to see. Adam Garcia is trying to close in here on Salvek, but it is difficult to make a pass here tonight at Bristol.
Yeah, I've never seen this at Bristol before in any leagues. Sure, these guys are using the 2019 Bristol, but it's basically a copy of the 2014 Bristol, just updated. But apparently these guys just cannot make anything work. Salvet ran way up top, and I'm going to say ran right in the middle of the track, and now Salvek is starting to gain on his gap once again.
I see that 20 working the inside just a little bit there, and something else that you have to consider here is that tire wear is coming into effect here. I would imagine if they came around lap 80 on 2X, that they would be coming down here pretty soon on 3X. There goes Wyatt Walker for second, and just like we saw with Clifton, working that inside lane simply does not work, and Adam Garcia is going to lose position right there. Colton Yeo going to try to get an advantage on him right there, unable to do so. Noah Clifton remaining in fifth right there, with Travis Crampton still the highest chase driver in the field.
And that's really impressive, not just from Travis Crampton, but as Penske as a whole. Sure, Christian Russell's not doing that good all the way back here in 33rd, but but the 12 and 22, they're both inside the top 6 right now. So, great one for those two Penske drivers.
I really like the camera angles with this version of the Bristol Motor Speedway. I think it's pretty neat. Watch these cars go through the corners with that angle.
Yeah, the camera angles are really...
Based off of the fact that there's not much going on up here, but it's a lot going on still. You see that number 51 trying to find something around Nathan Faden, and Wyatt Walker trying to close in.
And
Do you think Salovic's going to ever try to work that inside lane in this race?
Right now, I have to agree with you. You should not, and this is a prime example.
That right there, that's the perfect, yep. Stole the words right out of my mouth there. Adam Garcia is going to get back around for second now.
Sure, there's a lot of grip with the PJ1 stuff in real life, but with everyone running the top side and the momentum being on the top side, you just can't get it done. Because I would think on older tires it might have been possible, but it's even worse now. You want to be up high even more if you want to pass someone.
So nobody's a lap down yet, as far as I know.
No one is.
Check there, yeah. Everyone's still on the lead lap there, so no issues out of anybody. So we really don't have a sign of a caution coming, but I'm intrigued by the battle for second. It'd be neat if the battle for second was actually the battle for the race win, because we've had a lot going on there for that second position right there. But Salovec seems to really have a good race car, and he seems to be doing a good job. He's not making any mistakes, working that high line, getting the run off the corner. That's what you need to do in order to get a good run here at Bristol. He might find a way around Faden. If Faden works that inside enough, he might be able to get around him.
Yeah, Faden, of course, he's trying to stay on the lead lap, but yeah, at Bristol, if you pit on the green, you're probably going to go a couple laps down.
He's got it.
And that's huge.
He's got it. So Nathan Faden's going to be lapped by Chris Salovec. That's going to make it a lot easier for Salovec to pull away with this one. Just a little bit before halfway for Salovec, but that made it a lot easier, a lot harder for Adam Garcia right there in second. He's going to have to do the same on Nathan Faden if he's going to have anything on the number 51.
And just think about it, it took almost 40 laps for Chris Salovec to figure out some kind of way to get by only Nathan Faden. Only one lap car took almost 40 laps. That's insane.
Well, that's just the nature of the Bristol Motor Speedway here tonight.
Yeah, really odd Bristol here tonight. But if we're not careful, Faden, he's trying to get his lap back though before pit stops whenever they do happen.
Oh, this could be interesting if Salovec works the inside a little too much. Adam Garcia's right there.
Yeah, Garcia, he has to keep on putting pressure on him, because you know something could happen in front of Salovec, or Salovec could somehow make a mistake, and Adam Garcia could get right there next to him, so it's far from over. And now he's trying to run the inside lane. This is huge, trying to run the inside lane to buy another chaser.
Boy, he's trying to get to the inside there of the 7 machine. Zachary DeLello there ahead of him. I wouldn't be working that inside if I were him, but, you know, maybe now's the opportunity to see if you can get it to work in your race car. Certain race cars are set up differently than others, so he may be able to get an advantage there in that inside lane.
Yeah, from everyone in the top 10, we haven't seen anyone be able to do it yet. And looks like Salovec has given up and finished one of the outside lane once again.
We'll have to see if Adam Garcia can make a move on Nathan Faden there and get him out of the way in this lead battle. But right now, it's looking pretty good for Salovec. Now, I'm wondering if there's someone back behind Salovec, considering how difficult it is to make a pass here at Bristol, would you want to just go maybe no tires or 2 tires on the pit stop and see if you can get an advantage on the rest of the field? Oh, we'll have to see. They're going to answer my question for me.
Speaking of pit stops, there we have it. There'll be a one-stopper here tonight. And I was wrong, they are going to have to go completely around the entire racetrack.
Yeah, that's the nature of NR 2003. Doesn't really have the capability of having 2 separate pit lanes, but still, everyone's going to have to do it, so everyone's still going to be pretty fair here.
And I've lost the leader. Oh, there he is.
And Salovec's now coming down. Wyatt Walker, I think he's also coming down, isn't he? So Wyatt Walker was able to actually jump Salovek coming down the pit lane. That is huge right there.
Yeah, that is huge for Wyatt Walker. He got third last week at Rockingham, and who knows, because of that strategy, it's going to be close, but Wyatt Walker might come out as the race leader here. As apparently
The Salovek's pit stop is on the back stretch. I would imagine he's done with his pit stop right now, so he's probably coming through to the front stretch pit stalls.
Yep,
there he is.
There he is.
Wanted to see where he comes out in relation to the rest of the field. I would almost imagine the guys who came in initially, Adam Garcia might have an advantage. But, yep, Wyatt Walker right there. Salovek's quite a ways behind, and then you see Adam Garcia driving by there as well.
Whoa!
And here's going to be the battle for the race lead. There goes Garcia to the outside. He's got it.
That was very intense right there. I didn't know if he was going to get into the side of Wyatt Walker there, but luckily they didn't. Oh, Nathan Faden as well.
Adam Garcia's got this now. He came down just a little bit earlier than the rest of the field, and that might give him the race victory because he's got a bit of a gap there on Wyatt Walker right now. Number 12 machine. Colton Yo is third. 37. How about Ben Crouch there? Great run for him. He also jumped Salovek. As a matter of fact,
Salovek.
5 guys jumped Salovek. Salovek fell all the way back to 6th.
Man, Salovek was going to have a really good shot at getting the race victory, but now not anymore, unless we get a caution. But, no way, how about Ben Crouch? After blowing up, that was the only reason why that he got eliminated from the playoffs. He was 9 points to the good going into Rockingham, but then they blew up, and that was what eliminated him from the playoffs. He's having a strong one here tonight to kick off the round of 12 for one. And of course for Crouch, he just wants wins at this point. He doesn't have to be consistent.
So about a 1 1/4 second lead for Adam Garcia at this point, and he's got Nathan Faden in between him and Wyatt Walker. And that's, you know, all signs are pointing towards Adam Garcia coming home with this race victory, unless he does something. And of course, we saw him work that inside lane a little bit earlier. Who's to say he might not do that again? But he's got such a lead right now that I just don't think even if he did do that, it would be too much of an issue. Nathan Faden, though, is closing back in on him. That 95 is pretty fast. We'll have to see if Adam Garcia works on the inside. He is a little bit lower than Faden.
Of course, Nathan Faden, right now after pit stops, there's 30 calls on the lead lap. Stapleton's the last caller on the lead lap, and Faden's the first caller that's a lap down right now. So Faden, he wants to get by Adam Garcia and then get a caution so he can maybe get 2 or 3 more positions in the chase.
And the way this thing is gone, I don't think we're going to get any cautions tonight, though. Looking like it's going to be a green flag race the whole way through here.
Yeah, looks like it is going to be exactly that. But who knows, someone could very well blow up. We saw that a lot in the test races, but like, by the end of the race, 3 or 4 cars blew up. So, we just have to wait and see. I'm kind of surprised that we haven't had anyone blow up here tonight. Adam Garcia winning the Lawson lane in 3 and 4, trying to get by the Lawson van himself, Nathan Stapleton, in the 92.
So I mentioned earlier on that it was going to be pit strategy that would win this race, and that is exactly what happened. Adam Garcia came down before Salovek, and he was able to drive away from everyone. Wyatt Walker might have a shot, though. If he can get around Nathan Faden, he might be able to rough the cage up a little bit on Adam Garcia and possibly take it away. It just depends if Faden lets him by. Wyatt Walker's got to be careful not to overshoot it, of course, but he's trying to get around Faden here. It's just really, really difficult to do so.
Yeah, we've seen this all night long. Passing is really hard, but looks like Faden, he's trying to give White Walker a little bit of room, but it's just not working out for him. Garcia, this would be huge. At this point, the highest playoff contender right now is in fact Bobby Frazier in ninth. So at this point, more than likely, a non-chaser is going to win for the first time in the playoffs. But the question is who?
I wonder what happened to Travis Crampton there. He was running 6th before the cycle began. Let me check on the leaderboard and see where he is.
He didn't lose too much time, but he lost 7 spots.
Ooh.
7.
Yeah, I mean, you never know if those 7 positions could come into play once they get back into next round.
Yeah.
They could keep him out of the next round is what I mean. I mean to say, a lot of damage there on the 3. Not sure what happened there to Eli Bright, but he's got a lot of left side damage to his race car.
Probably some contact on pit road with someone, but he's still winning inside the top 10 even though with that damage, but obviously damage does not matter too much at Bristol, so I'm not too surprised with that. But yeah, you mentioned those 7 points could mean a lot. Travis Crampton is the second highest playoff driver, even though he's 13th. So that's going to take difference for him, especially with it being Talladega being the cutoff race to go from the round of 12 to the round of 8. But more than likely, with under 20 laps to go, Adam Garcia is going to win this race as long as we don't get a caution. Which, who knows, it could happen, but the way this race is going, I highly doubt it. White Walker, he's going to get a top 3 finish 2 weeks in a row, though. First at Rockingham and now at Bristol, so great one for him in that Sweet Horse car.
Adam Garcia's not really pulling away here. If Faden gets back around him, that could open the door up for Wyatt Walker to close in, especially if that number 20 works the inside. I mean, as long as you don't work the inside, you're going to win the race. That's all there is to it, but you never know how this game's going to control the guys.
Yeah, very, very true. And Adam Garcia, he's running a little bit lower, trying to get halfway in that PJ1 stuff, maybe trying to help turn the car, but I wouldn't do that if I was him. It's just too, like, it's too grippy down there, I think, almost, to make anything work. And that's why that route's not seeming to make people go down there all race long. But 11 laps to go here at Bristol and the Hertz 500.
I know for some it hurts to watch this race because nothing's going on.
Yeah, this is the second straight race in the Red Bull Cup Series that has been a smooth
I mean,
finish.
you gotta have one of these things every once in a while, maybe calm things down. And you know what? Adam Garcia really went low there. Wyatt Walker's closing back in.
But I don't think he's
It's a lot like Martinsville was in real life. It's just impossible to make a pass, and it's the way it can be sometimes. But it's going to work out in Adam Garcia's favor, you know. And the reason why I say you need one like this every once in a while, it feels really good to dominate a race and get the race victory. And Adam Garcia is looking like he's going to get that here today.
Yeah, very true. For a driver that I think came up just a few positions off of making it into the the chase. This has to feel good for him as long as nothing happens. But I mean, the past 2 weeks have been kind of boring races, but the last 5 races are going to be amazing. Because if I remember right, it's Talladega, and then, yeah, I don't remember.
Oh, he went low there.
Oh, boy.
I'm surprised Fade's not getting a run on him because he's going low again.
What is Adam Garcia doing? I almost said Ace Garcia.
Part of me is wondering if it has something to do with the tire wear. And they go down there to make sure the tires don't wear out as much. I'm not an expert on that. But I don't think he's going to lose anything here. I think he's got this one in the bag with 4 laps to go.
Yeah, but about 1 minute left in this race, pretty much. The longest minute of Adam Garcia's life. Trying to get his first career Red Bull Cup Series win here at Bristol. 3 laps to go. Looks like Wyatt Walker's going to come home in second. Great one for him after finishing third at Rockingham. Colton Young's going to finish third. Ben Crouch in fourth. And Noah Clifton is going to continue his top 5 streak and get another top 5. Third one in a row. But white flag is out. Final lap here in the Hertz 500 at Bristol Motor Speedway for Adam Garcia. A dominating performance ever since pit stops, and Travis Graham has to pit late and going.
That's gonna hurt him tremendously in the points.
I don't know what that was all about, but he was the only one that pitted late in the going, and that might hurt Travis Graham a little bit going into Kentucky and Talladega. And oh, stack up effect. Okay.
Adam Garcia getting the race victory here tonight, and all came on pit strategy. Came down before everyone else, and got the race victory.
Yeah, a strong performance from Adam Garcia. A snooze fest once again, but oh well, the rest of the season is going to be a really wild season here in the Red Bull Cup Series. Adam Garcia gets to win. Wyatt Walker in second, Colton Young in third, Rookies 1, 2, 3, Ben Crouch in fourth, Noah Clifton in fifth, Chris Salvek in sixth, Madison Tall 7th. I don't know where she came from after pit stops. Christian Vargas in 8th. I don't know where he came from after pit stops. Bobby Frazier in 9th. Eli White in 10th. William Blott in 11th. Great rebound for him after having a terrible round of 16. Rebounds in 11th. And Matthew Halford, last week's winner, comes home in 12th. Great one for him. And then number 11. Carl Friesen in 13th. Josh South in 14th. Haken in 15th. Bishop in 16th. Quincy Woods in 20th. John Andrews 18th. Mitchell Bear 19th, and right out top 20 is Roger Way. Don't worry about Nathan Finnan and Travis Benson retiring. They technically didn't retire, they just came down late in the race. 28 cars finished on the lead lap, and then 29th all the way down to 40 to finish 1 or 2 laps down. A fairly quick race here at Bristol. What's the final thoughts here in the Hertz 500?
I need to give you a new INI for this track.
Yeah.
Wasn't quite what I expected to see, but hey, Adam Garcia deserved it. He pulled the strategy off correctly and came on with the race victory, so congratulations to him on that. And we'll get some better races here in the Red Bull Cup Series coming up here at Kentucky and then Talladega. That's definitely going to be a great race coming up 2 weeks from now.
Yeah, that's going to be a very good one. That actually might be a week from now with me doing 2 races per week. But that's going to be a great one. Talladega never disappoints. And I'm really looking forward to that one. See if we can make it into the round of 8. So with that being said, thank you guys so much for watching me for the Hertz 500. I almost guarantee that this one's hurt not only for me and that fan of it being boring to commentate for the most part, but also for you guys. I'm sorry, but you will have that sometimes. It's been a great season overall, but we've had 2 mad races in a row, but it's okay. Congratulations once again to Adam Garcia for getting his first career Red Bull Cup Series win here tonight at Bristol Motor Speedway. The regular season standings, the playoff points, standings, and Rookie of the Year, and the burnout for Adam Garcia is coming up next here from Bristol Motor Speedway. Congratulations once again to Adam Garcia, and until next time for race number 21 for, I believe it's the KFC 400 from Kentucky, I will see you guys later. Bye!
Everybody needs someone.